198.6
Hey man, we got heart over height.
2 inches, 6'6".
We got
This is
heart
the
over
average height
height.
of
Let's see
NBA
what this
players.
video is about.
Now comparing this to the average height of men in the US, the gap is just comical. Basketball players are tall, very tall. Height is almost always associated with the sport. When you see someone that's tall, you always wonder if they play basketball. It's always been a tall person's sport.
Always.
And for a valid reason.
Always.
The goal is to put the ball in the hoop. And this hoop just so happens to be
10 feet tall. Exactly.
Logically speaking, if you are taller, it's easier for you to put the ball in the hoop.
Yeah, Victor Wembanyama. Shout out Victor Wembanyama.
The better you are.
Taco Fall.
But basketball isn't that simple. Despite the overwhelming presence of giants, we've seen many average, some even below average players absolutely dominate.
Shout out to the 6 feet, the 6'3"
In some
hoopers
cases,
out there,
it
man.
shouldn't even be possible. But it's these athletes that get people wondering, does height really matter?
Yes it does. I'm gonna just say it right now. Yes,
it would be foolish to
does.
ignore the glaringly obvious. If you were born with the rare gift of being 7 feet tall, the odds of you making the NBA are 17%, while the general population's chances of making the NBA are a little bit lower. Height doesn't give just a slight advantage. In some cases, it's everything. There was even a time
It really is like
players purely because of the height.
You know,
no skills,
many people really don't want to agree with it.
No real
you know what I'm saying? Like,
and yet
people
they got paid for simply being tall.
You know,
the defensive presence that 7-footers hold just
you can say it's not
worth it.
And all that, but like
makes it so that on average,
at a certain level and point,
better rebounders.
I feel like
efficient around the rim.
It does matter.
A natural advantage that cannot be taught.
Comment down below what you guys think though. Like, am I wrong?
But as dominant as
like, are you a small hooper? Like,
those same blessings come
that really disagree with like the take.
Everything works in balance. And this
comment down below, man. Comment down below.
There's a certain magic that shorter players have that's lacking with the giants. You see, these guys can't.
Shout out Muggsy Bowl though. Muggsy Bowl.
They aren't blessed with a gift of height, but they make up for it with their skill. While bigs are slow and can't dribble,
is it Muggsy Bowl or
center of gravity
I don't know.
Makes it so that they are the fastest, quickest, and most agile players on the court. Being closer to the ground makes it so that dribbling is much easier.
There's like a few hoopers that's like below 6, not 6, 5.
They can blow past.
Yeah, no, 6 feet in the NBA in throughout the history, but like
why watching shorter players is much more entertaining.
You know what I'm saying? That was like a couple years ago, like 20, 30, 50 years ago. Like nowadays, like some people would consider like 6 feet 3,
the harder it is to shoot.
Even like a
mismatch for a guard to
nowadays they consider that like
just as much of a mismatch.
Like
a center has to defend a guard from the 3-point line.
Not
a guard's height makes it so that on average they're statistically better shooters.
They say that's like a shorter like height also, like
much better
unless you're like Curry that like
even on the mental
or
side,
Kyrie that has like
players who grew up shorter
really good
mentality.
Skill wise. And I'm saying you gotta be able to shoot the ball.
Desire to work harder and prove everything wrong.
Shout out Jalen Brunson.
Talented and blessed
or you gotta have like crazy handle, or like you gotta be able to shoot from half court like Trae Young, Damian Lillard. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be able to shoot the ball,
but sometimes
be like a pest, like Jose Alvarado, like in the defensive side.
Gifts that some human
you gotta have like a good handle.
The main question of this video is, does height really matter? Soccer, football, hockey,
you gotta be athletic.
Baseball. These are all sports that are not known for being tall.
But
in every single one of these, height does.
Shout out to all the hoopers, the below 6 feet.
Does matter. And it seems like basketball
I'm telling you, man, just keep on going, man. Like,
as great as some shorter
keep on grinding.
It's just some.
Shout out
There's
Yuki.
a reason why the average height of NBA players is almost a foot taller than the average person.
You gotta be a good passer too, like Yuki.
Then both of these
he's an amazing passer.
Which is why it's even more remarkable.
Some of his highlights passing is like incredible.
In a league filled
shout out
with
Jose
giants,
Alvarado. Shout out John Morant, man.
Guys.
One of my favorite players right now.
Just 5 feet 6 inches tall. A man who barely made it to the NBA, but made a name for himself with his unbelievable 46-inch vertical.
Wow.
He won 2 dunk contests.
What's his name again?
Beating some of the greatest dunkers in history while being the shortest participant ever. Isaiah Thomas was
oh my gosh, man. Shout out Isaiah Thomas.
The 5'9" stature was hard to ignore.
Like, shout out Isaiah Thomas.
He was hanging on to the NBA by a small thread. Nobody would have ever thought that he'd go on to average 29 points, lead his team to the number 1 seed, drop 53 points in a playoff game, and be a top 5 MVP candidate in the same season.
Wow.
Allen Iverson was the most talented.
Allen Iverson, man. I'm telling you, man, you gotta be good at something, like amazingly good at something.
Icons that completely revolutionized the
if you're like a
the handles,
below 6 foot hooper,
the athleticism. The man had the world on his shoulders, and is rightfully crowned as the greatest pound-for-pound player in history. Steph Curry needs no introduction.
No doubt about it.
A global superstar who was always criticized for being
one of the greatest ever. Top 10,
tall enough to
at
last
least
in the
top
NBA.
10.
It now stands in the list of
who's
top
better,
10
KD or Curry, man? Who y'all building your team around?
Puts him in a galaxy of his own. A player that's changed
basketball
more than anyone else in history.
Shout out KD though.
And by far,
in my opinion, the greatest scorer
and in my
the game has ever seen.
The greatest freak of nature in NBA history. Muggsy Bogues.
Yeah, it is Muggsy Bogues.
This guy beat the odds would
shout out Muggsy Bogues, man.
All the other players I've listed were at least around.
Shout out Muggsy Bogues.
But Muggsy Bogues was 5'3".
I thought he was Muggsy Bogues.
The shortest player on every single
what?
court.
He was only 5'3"?
He had no NBA heroes. Nobody to look up to since there was nobody like him. The odds that
I'm taller than Muggsy
Bogues could even make it to the NBA just seemed impossible. A dream too big to chase. And somehow he pulled it off.
Crazy,
Not only
man.
did he make it to the NBA, he played 14 seasons.
Man, I gotta get a signature or something, man.
6,000 assists, 1,300
hopefully
steals,
one day, man.
146 double-doubles.
Like, I'm telling you, man, you gotta be like...
He was a nightmare to be
guarded. Yeah, exactly. You gotta be like, if you're this short, you gotta be good at something, like shooting, passing, defensively. You gotta be amazing at something, and
one of the most special
other aspects, you gotta be good. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta have one aspect of your game that's like amazing, and then the other aspects, like your other attributes, gotta be good. Man, comment down below what you got.